Hello, good day. Today, we are going to discuss the linear equations into variables. But first, let us have some subtopics of the linear equations into variables. Let us have first discuss the rectangular coordinate system. But before that, let me introduce to you myself. My name is Silverfab J. Amentado. And let's have this, our topic for today. Let's have the rectangular coordinate system. Let's have our learning competency. The learner will be able to illustrate the rectangular coordinate system and its uses. Now, let us define first and let us have the background of our rectangular coordinate system. The idea of describing a point on the plane was systematized by René Descartes, a 17th century French mathematician and philosopher, when he invented a system that relates a correspondence between the points on the plane to a real number. This system is called the rectangular coordinate system. As a tribute to the greatness of Descartes' invention, succeeding mathematicians and mathematics historian called the system the Cartesian coordinate system. So this is how René Descartes looks like. Okay, so the Cartesian coordinate system uses two coplanar perpendicular number line, and that is the horizontal number line is called the x-axis and the vertical number line is called the y-axis. This axis intersecting at a point called the origin form a four region, or what we so called quadrant. So we have here our Cartesian coordinate system, or what we so-called Cartesian plane. This is the y-axis and the x-axis, the horizontal line. We have it is divided into four regions. That is the quadrant 1, which contains both positive ordered pairs, and for the quadrant 2, which contains negative and positive ordered pairs. And we also have the quadrant 3, which has the both negative ordered pairs, and quadrant 4, which have the positive and negative ordered pairs. And speaking of an ordered pair, it is a set of two well-ordered real numbers called coordinates, and that is x and the y values, or simply the x and y. X coordinate is also called as the abscissa, and the y coordinate is also called as the ordinate. Now, let us have some example in plotting the point in the Cartesian plane. We have here the points 12 and -8. Before we can plot this, we are going to make a Cartesian plane. Let's have here our Cartesian plane. We can have this our y, and this is our x, and we need to have it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is our 12. This is represent our x. Next, we have -8. Take note that the upper part of our y-axis is positive, and the lower part or below the intersection of the x and y is the negative values of our y. So we have -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, and -8. So we have now our intervals. We have +12 and -8 for our y. Now let us plot it. Since we have here, let's have the number, the broken line, so that we can clearly put the points we are looking for. So we have here, so we can put the point here. So this is the point of our point 12 and -8. Okay, now let's have another example. Let's have the 0 and -7. The same process, we are going to make a Cartesian plane. Let's have this one and this. And after that one, we're going to label it as y and the x. And since the value of our x is equal to 0 and the value of our y is 7, so we don't need to have an interval of our x since we have here 0 as the intersection. We need to find where is the -7. So we have here -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. And we can now plot it. So we have here, this is the point 0 and -7. Okay, as easy as that. How we are going to plot our points in our Cartesian plane. Now, let us have more examples. Let's have -8 and -8. The points -8 and -8. So we are going to make a Cartesian plane. And we're going to label it as y and x. And of course, since the value of our x is equal to the -8 and the value of our y is equal to -8 also, then we are going to have the point is on quadrant 3. Okay, so we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, -8. And we also have for the y, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, and -8. And now we can plot it. We can have this one. So we have here the plot of the point -8 and -8. As easy as that. So this is the quadrant 1, quadrant 2, and the quadrant 3. And of course, we have the quadrant 4. We can locate the point a -8 and -8 in the quadrant 3. Next, let us have more examples. Let's have plot the point 7 and 7. Of course, to begin, we're going to have the Cartesian plane if you don't have a graphing paper. In my case, I don't have, so let us make a Cartesian plane. And let's proceed. Since x is equals to 7 and y is equals to 0, so let's have this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 and 0, so it follows here. So we have this point. So this is the plot of the point 7 and 0. Okay? That would be all for this session of our topic, linear equations into variables. If you want more videos for our topic discussion, just visit our YouTube channel. Goodbye!